What is going on, everyone? It's Ultimate Spy 53 here, and welcome to another video. Finally, it's been a long time. I know I was supposed to do a experience video after I came back, right after I came back, but it didn't work out. And this is my experience video, and I will say that the reason why I couldn't make videos all except for the pre-recorded videos that I had planned already is because I got sick. I'm still not quite recovered yet, so it's still quite kind of there. I'm still kind of stuffy and kind of having some coughs, but for the most part, I think I've recovered from what most of my sickness was. I had no idea it was gonna happen. I literally did not see it coming. I came, had a lot of fun, and then I came back and suddenly I have the sickness that people a lot over the weekend would have been calling it the Comic-Con crud. I mean, you just get sick over the Comic-Con weekend. I don't know what happened exactly. I don't know who was sick there that they got me sick, but I got back at the Comic-Con. I was tired, very tired, and I just got sick. So it's just like I couldn't make any more videos. I wanted to get review done because I wasn't sure that I make every week. I don't want to miss any of it, regardless of whether you guys watch it. I just enjoy making it. And so I wanted to make sure that happens, as a matter of fact, how sick I was. But the other videos that I had planned to make, I couldn't make them because it's like I can't make videos in this condition. But I have recovered. I think that, it's been, well, today's the 26th, so it's been a little more than a week since, actually, I think it's been like 9 days, at least since my last actual video that I made, and I'm sorry for that, but I really couldn't do anything about it. I've been doing a lot of recovering, drinking water, sleeping, all that stuff that needs to be done to get better, and I think I'm at the point where I think I can come back to make videos again. I just needed to take some time off YouTube and, relax, recover my strength, and get back and get rid of the sickness. It's still there, kind of still lingering, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty good. I think that my voice is back. And so, yeah, I wanted to real quick talk to you about my experience because I was planning on making a Comic-Con experience video right after I got back, like the 18th, but it just didn't work out because I got sick and my voice was awful. It was just like horrible. I was sneezing, I was coughing, like blood curdling coughing. It was horrible. But I've given myself some time to rest and find my voice again. And boy, I have a lot to talk about for Comic-Con. Now, after this, I'll finally be able to come back to making more videos, meaning reaction videos, the gaming videos. There's a lot of games I want to play, and just in general, there's a lot of things I want to do with the channel. There's a lot of really interesting things I want to do for the channel. So, first of all, Comic-Con was just crazy. It was awesome, actually. Because I went as the Flash, and I was gonna do it last year, but it just didn't work out because the seller told me that the costume wouldn't arrive in time. I ordered it too late. I ordered canceled last year, but this year I prepared. Back in November, I ordered my costume. It came in like maybe more than a week, maybe. So that was great. I got my costume. I was gonna have another accurate mask, but it just didn't work out. Again, a lot of things didn't work out this year. But in terms of Comic-Con, I never thought that in all my years of going to Comic-Con, being 2017, 2018, 2019, I've only been there 3 years, that I would get recognized more than any costume I've gone as, like any character I've gone as. First year of Comic-Con, which was 2017, which was crazy because before that I didn't even know what Comic-Con was until I was told about it. I went as Link, and I think I bought most of my stuff. I don't think there's anything I really made myself. I'm pretty sure. I think it was all bought myself. And that one, yeah, I got recognized a couple of times. Here and there, we were like, hey, it's Link, whatever. Michael Rooker got to, nerd out on my sword, which was not supposed to come out, but he did it because he's a family celebrity. And so, that was 2017. 2018 was great. I had, no one's gonna recognize me in a Jedi costume, of course, because my Jedi costumes are low budget. It's crappy. Not my proudest costume I've worn. And then this year was just out of this world. I got recognized at least 10, maybe more times than that. Maybe even 20 times. I really wasn't keeping track, but it was like everywhere I was getting recognized. Probably because the Flash is a big comic character and like everyone knows about him. And so, there were little kids coming up to me to get a picture together, which was super cool. All sorts of things. And the cosplay was just out of this world. I got a lot of cool cosplay in terms of the characters that I saw there. Most of it was Disney because I'm a big Disney princess fan. Just love it. I can't help myself. I'm a big soft spot for that kind of stuff, and there was some, you know, beautiful girls there that were in costume as the princesses, and I feel like it's a tradition every year that girls will cosplay as the princesses because they're Disney fans. So that obviously they're going to get in the dresses and they're going to walk around as the princesses, and that's what they're going to do. There's some beautiful cosplays. There's actually one that I didn't get a picture of, but was in the Comic Con video of Rapunzel in her wedding gown, like her wedding, the wedding day Rapunzel, or well, she had long hair in that cosplay. But this point is that it was a really really good cosplay, and a lot of what I saw that was cool was just Disney princess cosplay, and I'm all for that. I love that stuff. But in terms of the comic book stuff, there's all Spider Man, a lot of Marvel characters, DC characters. But I was the only Flash. I was the only. I mean, I think there was like one other guy who was cosplaying as the Flash from like season 2, but his mask was like open. And it wasn't on, and I was the only one actually was brave enough to put mine on. I guess that's the word brave enough. I don't know. I guess some people don't like the wear their mask, but I did. I did most of the time, and I was able to squeeze my head through it so I could actually wear it. When I don't want to wear it, because I realized I could actually wear it, back instead of always having to put it on like I did it before. And I get the Flash costume got tiring. I got really really hot, as you'd expect, because the actor himself gets hot in that costume too, so it kind of makes sense. But I got recognized a lot. It was crazy how much I got recognized. It was like a lot of people going up to me and asking for a picture. Never in my life have I gotten more people asking me to get a picture than any of my time at Comic Con. I mean, the Comic Con itself was great. It was a lot of fun. It does get a little boring after a while. There's only so much that you can see. A lot of things have changed, unfortunately. The cosplay was great. It was awesome. A lot of characters that I recognized, but a lot of characters I didn't know anything about because I don't watch the show, or I just don't care for the show, and that's gonna happen a lot. But there were some drawbacks to Comic Con in terms of what they changed, what they added that I really didn't like at all. Like the new locations. Now, as far as I'm concerned, the past Comic Cons that I've been to, the main stage where they have all the panels and well, yeah, that's basically what they have, the panels, and I think PAX they use that for as a another exhibit area. But for Comic Con, all the past years I've been there, the main stage has always been on, I think it's the fourth floor of the convention center. That's always been where it is, and they changed it. The Sheraton Hotel was also where you can get celebrity autographs. You can go, you get your photo ops, short for photographic opportunity. They just shortened it. They call it something to make it faster, right, basically. That's why I'm saying it. Also, you can get celebrity autographs, selfies, all of that kind of awesome stuff. And they moved it. I was not expecting them to do that at all, and I wasn't a big fan of that either because it meant I had to walk all the way 2 blocks or something more than that, just to get to the Hyatt Regency, and that's where they have all the autographs and the photo ops and the panels, and I did not like that. I don't like that at all. What the hell? It makes so much more sense to do it on the 4th floor and then just walk literally a block down the street to touch the church. It's so much easier, and I was just getting used to that. I was like, that idea was so much more simpler to do. I mean, yeah, there's the traditional thing every year. You have the scalpers and the guys with the CDs. That's the traditional way of Comic Con. That's how Comic Con's normally done. But this year they just changed it completely, and I was not a fan of it. It just because what I had to do is every time I want to go to a panel or I have a photo op at such time, I have to go all the way down the road. I have to go up the road, and then I have to go down and down, and then the Regency's right there. It's like, seriously, it takes forever. And the reason why the main stage is so much easier to get to is because originally it was on the 4th floor. You don't have to literally just go up the escalator, and that's it. And there you go. You get a couple of escalators, and that's where you get to the main stage, and that's where the panels were. And I don't think they got capped. Well, there was more security this time, so there's more of a chance of getting capped because there's only so much room in a theater like that, or a panel area. I don't know how big the rooms were, but they could only fill so much because I think at one point I had gone from a I think I'd gone from a thing. I think it was I think it was the James Arnold Taylor autograph. It was basically my selfie and audio recording, which I'll get to later. And I got to the George Takei panel because I was interested in seeing what he had to say, even though I haven't actually finished Star Trek yet. I know, crazy. Give me the decisions I'm slow in. I know. They're long episodes. They're like almost an hour each, and that's like 20 plus episodes. Crazy. And they got capped. It's like, yeah, so that happens now. Apparently, unlike the original location, it happens now. That's a thing that it can happen in the Comic-Con nowadays. Is that panels can actually get capped. I don't know if that was a thing before. It might have been a thing. I think that might have always be a thing. But as far as I know, you can always get into a panel even if you're a bit late. And that was just how it went. But this time it was like, yeah. Sometimes there was a chance that you couldn't. Actually, what I could have done before is when they told me it was capped, I could have gone up the escalator, but I didn't think about that. So there you go. I think the next time I tried to get into it, it was apparently again capped, but they told me that I could go up the escalator. So I thought, that was the option I could do. But yeah, not a fan of the notifications because I literally had to walk like blocks just to get to the place I had, and I had to leave a little bit early, and it was really, really annoying. Another thing that they changed this year that I was really not happy about, it was just because it took forever. Because when they have added security, because you can never have enough security. Because security is very important. You never know what could happen. But they added the security every time you go to the first floor of the convention center. There's a security tag, and you have your bag. You have to open your bag. I think they gave you free bags. On one, I think the fourth floor or something like that. I think you can get a free bag, and I had a bag myself, but it wasn't a very nice bag, and I was able to just put the bag I had in there. It was nice. It's like every time you go to the security check, there's always a bag check, and it's super annoying. And it's super inconvenient, and it's every time you go to the security, every time you go to the convention center, you have to get your bag checked, and that's just the way it is. And I hope they don't make that a thing every time. I mean, I understand why they would do that, but at the same time, it's really annoying. But that's basically all I can say. Overall, it was a great convention. I was a bit overwhelmed after all of it because of my autism, and I get a little bit like that. At the end of the day, I just feel like, because I didn't have anybody with me. Saturday and Sundays, I kind of felt a little bit alone, and that's the way it is sometimes. That's the way my autism kind of gets to me after a while. But again, that's the conventional way conventions work. They're meant to be like that. After a while, I just kind of feel worn out. Although my Flash costume was nice, I was able to get recognized, and there was the sweetest thing that happened to me during my wandering of the convention center, because there's only so much to see, but I like to see what there is, and take pictures of the amazing cosplay that was there. It was so much cosplay that it was like, wow, I was out of this world. Of course, I was getting recognized as the Flash because it was awesome, but the sweetest thing happened to me when I was walking around. There were two kids. One kid at first, the other kid came back later, but I always assuming they were just like, they wandered away from their family and they were lost. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. And then I got a little awkward. I will admit, it was like, oh, okay, all right. I was like, this is weird. And then it turned out that no, they hadn't wandered away from their family, or it didn't seem like that. They literally saw me as the Flash, and that costume, by the way, is very hot, and I get very sweaty. So I have to take the mask off and put it, wear it back because it gets really, really hot. And also the gloves get very sweaty, make my hand very sweaty, and I had to make do with that. I had to take them off a lot. And yeah, they hugged me. There's just two little kids that hugged me, because a lot of what I was getting pictures of with were little kids. And that's the sweetest thing ever, because my autism has a big effect on me, where I have a really hard time with social interaction, and so that was just really awkward for me. But when I realized that they were hugging me because I'm the Flash, like literally I'm cosplaying or costuming as the Flash, because cosplaying is a different term already. Cosplay means you literally are the character. But I was just wearing a costume as a character. I wasn't like pretending to be the character. I know the poses. I know like the running pose, but that was basically it. I wasn't the Flash. It was just like I was going as a favorite character from DC Comics, and that was it. And it was the Flash. They wanted to hug me because I'm Flash, and it's like their favorite character. So it was like the sweetest thing ever. And it's something that's never happened before. Never in my life have I gotten hugged like that, and it was awkward. I'll admit it was awkward. I'm like, oh, because I was like, I didn't understand what was happening, and I was like, oh, they think I'm the Flash. They want a hug from the Flash, and it was the sweetest thing ever. It was so sweet. But that was probably the best experience I ever got to happen to me at a convention. Is getting hugged by someone like that. That was just amazing. I mean, there were plenty of people at the convention that I got to, just take a picture with, and that's how it went. I didn't really talk a lot. I mean, I said sure when people asked me for a picture because I'm nice like that, but for the most part, I didn't really feel like I needed to say anything because I'm just that way. I'm a shy person. I don't talk a lot unless someone talks to me, and then I do get the courage to talk to them, but for the most part, I'm pretty quiet. That's just the way my autism works. But yeah, that was my wandering. I just kind of wandered around, looked at the cool stuff. There was some really good cosplays. My goodness, the cosplays were out of this world. There was some ones I liked a lot, the princesses, but also just some cosplay that was really, really inventive. Because I went to the Western Cosplay Championship, and that's where I got my sickness from. Because when I cheered, I just my voice broke and I couldn't do anything about it. And I went there just to see what it was like. I've never been to there, and it was pretty loud. Like it was so loud that I could hear ringing in my ear. It was like that deafening. It was like ah. But still, no, I had a lot of fun. The celebrity photo ops was nice. I wish I could have gotten more celebrities. I only got 3 this year. I got Rupert Grint, Peter Capaldi, and Jason Isaacs. And I wish I could have gotten more, but I only have so much money, and it must have cost like $1,000 to get all of them because there's so many. And I literally was one of the panels, and that was it because I was gonna go over and talk to some of the celebrities because they didn't have a whole big line. Because usually the way it works, I mean, my book at least, is you can meet a celebrity if they don't have a huge line. Like I couldn't meet Rupert Grint because his line was like that long. It was like crazy long, and I couldn't meet George Takei because his line was also pretty long. I could have met, Finn Wolfhard, Gaten Mozzarella, Sadie Sink, all those people, but I couldn't because I was too scared. That's the truth. I was too scared because they're big names, and I couldn't get the courage to do it because it's scary stuff. So but I did get to do one thing that I was never, I didn't know how it was gonna work, and it went beyond what I was hoping for. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, the Clone Wars series, big fan of James Arnold Taylor, and so I was able to get a recording because I saved enough money to get not only a recording but also a selfie. And if you look at my Instagram, I have a picture of me with James Arnold Taylor, me as the Flash, and him doing the running pose with me, and it's awesome. And I got to ask him questions about how he got into voice acting, how he does Obi-Wan voice, and it really made me think about what I wanted to do for a career, which is voice acting. I want to go into voice acting. I'm not sure how that's going to affect my channel. This might be, not for a while, not for a couple of years, or maybe even more than that. I don't know. I want to focus on YouTube right now, but eventually I might want to switch my algorithm, if you call it that, to something like do more like do some voice acting and do something cool like that. So I'm gonna end this video right here, and I'll be back in part 2 of this video. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I really do appreciate it. And if you're to this channel, subscribe. Part 2 of this video and other great content. Also make sure you hit that bell to enable alerts to get some uploads. And I'll be back next time with part 2. Right? See ya.